Hi boys and girls, hi parents. I wish I could see you smiling back at me, but we're doing this virtually. I wish that you can see the smile on my face. Oh, you can see the smile on my face. No, here's my real smile on my face. It's so nice to see everyone virtually. I've been popping into classrooms, visiting people as well, and that's been a real pleasure for me. Welcome to School 8's virtual back to school night. I'm so happy to welcome you back for another school year at the great School 8. Although this year is not what we had expected and it's a complete change from the norm, I encourage us to stand together as a united front with the common goals in mind, keeping all students safe and healthy, engaged in learning, and returning to school when the time is right. We have received so much positive feedback from families, and to be honest, that's what is keeping us going. I wanted to address a couple of things before I send you off to watch your children or child's back to school night videos from their teacher. Communication is key when navigating unfamiliar territory and functioning in this virtual world. We ask that you connect with your child's homeroom teacher on Class Dojo and get regular classroom updates and get in touch with them about general questions that you may have. Also, we have a School 8 Twitter, district-wide, they have Twitter and they have a Facebook. Please visit the district website, the School 8 website. There's tons of information on all of those things, but really the best way to keep in touch with what is going on and what is due and what has to be done is through your homeroom teacher. In addition to our regular visitor policy, which requires an appointment anyway, we also have implemented COVID-type precautions like wearing a mask and observing place markers. So when you come to the school to visit, please just call first and make an appointment and be aware of these items. Our teachers and office staff have tried their very best to troubleshoot any tech-related issues that we can, but the truth is our skills do not match up to those of the IT department. So please, if your child is struggling with an iPad or a login issue that the teacher cannot help you with by giving you the login information, then you're going to have to call the help desk. I will give you the number now. It's also on the district website, 908-747-4001. You may need to hold for some time, but they will help you. They also make in-person appointments as well, should it need to come to that. If and when we do get to physically re-enter the building with students, there are a number of measures in place to keep everyone safe. There's also a cleaning and disinfecting schedule that covers all common touch points. Custodians are regularly spraying student desks, handrails, door handles, light switches, and items like that. Class sizes would be smaller and desks spaced apart. To limit crowding, there's bathroom breaks and have been scheduled for classes with time for disinfecting in between, and sinks have been marked off to ensure social distancing. Hallways have been made one-directional to limit interactions, and stairwells are either up or down, and we are discouraging shared materials, or if there are, we are aware that anything that is shared is to be cleaned in between. I want to thank everyone for coming to our very first virtual back to school night, and I thank you for constantly trying your best to work with us, and we will continue to do our best to work with you to make this a success for all of our students. This is a first, but we are in this first together.
Hey everybody, welcome back or welcome to School 8. I am Miss Fritchico, I'm the school social worker here, and I just wanted to welcome you to this different year, but we're going to get started, and welcome to back to school night. So just a couple things I wanted to address with you before you go and speak with your teacher. So I have lunches. We can provide lunches and breakfast for your students, or for your children, I should say. It is located for our school at the high school, which is located on 121 West St. George Street, but you have to go to the Ainsworth Street side where the gymnasium entrance is. Okay, students must provide their ID to show. And you can get either if you're qualified for free or reduced lunch, it will be for no cost to you whatsoever. But also, if you are paying for the meal status, then you can bring money to them, and if there is change, it will be put on their account for them to pick up. They can pick up their lunch and the breakfast for the following day. So utilize that. It is open from Monday to Friday at 12:30 to 3 o'clock for all families, okay? Also, we'll be doing a social emotional component. We all know that it's been pretty crazy for the past 6 months, so every morning the teachers will be doing a social emotional learning, short little, about 15 minutes of time in regards to, just learning about themselves. Myself and the teachers will be using prompts and videos for social emotional awareness for the students, okay? Also, attendance. Parents, this is extremely important. Every single day, the teachers have to account for your children. If the student is not on the WebEx or on Seesaw of some sort, the contact to the teachers has to be made, whether it be via email, whether it be Class Dojo, which our school is going to be using, all elementary schools are using, and also phone calls, emails, any sort of way to contact the teacher. You must do this. Otherwise, your student or your child will be considered absent. So please contact the teachers at any cost that you can if they are not present on WebEx or some form of or other platform that we are using. Okay. Otherwise, if you needed to contact me, you can. My number is 908-862-4397 and my extension is 8822. For any other resources that you may need or any other advice, if anything, I could help you the best that I can. And I wish you guys a wonderful, safe, healthy year. Have a good one.
Hi, it's Mrs. Kolar, your school nurse. Welcome back to another school year at School 8. It's not beginning as a usual school year, but we do have some usual announcements and reminders. I've notified most of you if your child is missing a physical or immunizations, and you've given me an appointment date. So when your child has that appointment and has received the physical or immunizations and the paperwork is completed, please drop it off to me or email it to me as soon as possible. Your child is not completely registered for the Linden Public School District until things are received. Another reminder is for children who require medications in school, have the doctor complete the medication order forms and drop those off with the medication also as soon as you receive them, so that they are in place for when your child does return to school. Now, a few new kind of things to do in this time of a pandemic. We would like to ask you to check your child's temperature every morning before they come to school. If it is 100 degrees Fahrenheit or more, your child must stay home. If your child has any symptoms, such as a headache, a sore throat, a cough, shortness of breath, abdominal discomfort, vomiting, diarrhea, any loss of taste or smell, please keep your child home and call me. It is very important to do so. Do not give your child a fever-reducing medicine and send them to school. Also, if you or anyone in your immediate household have become COVID positive, let me know as soon as possible and keep your child home. If you know of any exposure that your child or anyone in your household has had to someone who does have the COVID-19 virus, please keep your child home and notify me as soon as possible. There's a few things you need to do to practice with your child before they return to school. They must wear a mask at all times in school, except of course when they are eating lunch. Practice with your child putting the mask on and removing it. They should use hand sanitizer before both and only touch it by the ear loops. They should not be touching their face. They also should know how to wash their hands for 20 seconds. That is the time that it takes to sing happy birthday twice. There also is hand sanitizer throughout the school that your child will have access to. They will be encouraged to wash their hands before eating, after playing, after using the bathroom, and after coughing or sneezing into their hand. When they do cough or sneeze, they should be covering with their arm. They also need to practice social distancing, which is not something that comes naturally to children. They want to be with their friends, and that is totally understandable. So let's just keep reminding them that they have to stay apart from their friends for now. Another thing I would like to talk about is the flu vaccine, and remind you that our pre-K students must have a flu vaccine before December 31st of every year. But it is highly encouraged for anyone who is 6 months of age or older to get a flu vaccine. This year is especially important because of the presence of COVID-19 as well. When your child does get sick in school with any of the symptoms I mentioned, with a fever, you will receive a call, and you are encouraged to please pick your child up promptly. We will separate your child from the rest of the students and staff until you come to pick them up. If you have any questions or any concerns, please don't hesitate to call me. You know where to reach me, and we are all in this together. We all need to do our part to keep each other safe and healthy. We are trying our hardest to beat this virus down, and hopefully we will all see each other in person in the not too distant future. Stay well. Thank you.